Hello and welcome back. I'm Shelf Unit and this is my continuing Let's Play of Planescape Torment Enhanced Edition. So last time we finished on clearing out the mausoleum. We killed a necromancer. We got some lovely items. A bracelet, which we don't really know what it's about because for some reason my lore is so low I can't identify it even at 20. We told the dustman, we got more rewards. We talked a dust woman, I believe, into re-believing about her dustman faith, and we got this contract back for this guy, and we can rest in this place now. We leveled more up because of this. We do need to probably rest a bit, but right now we've done that. Don't think maybe we have been in the open tomb, yes. Southeastern portion of the hive, alley of dangerous angles, northwestern. I mean, we've done all of these places. So now I want to go to the southeast portion of the hive, just to see where we are. So within the hive, so we're here now, this part of the hive. Tempted by the alley of dangerous angles, but not for a little bit. Buried village sounds interesting. So, harlot, high flag. Well, okay, looks like it leads to the mortuary area. 5 thugs. Black Abishai. Black scaled reptile towers to a height of 8 feet. Its great height, however, is offset by its thin snake-like frame. A long prehensile tail drags behind it. Its leathery wings are hooked behind its back. A strong vinegary smell emanates from the creature, as well as a certain amount of heat. It seems to be ignoring you. Greetings. Whoa, Chief. Mort cuts in before you can speak to the creature. By that, you don't want to be rattling your bomb box with any fiend down the street. Leave me be. I want to ask you some questions. No, you don't. Well, Mort glances at the creature, then turns back to you and lowers his voice and whisper, "They're touchy. Let's just go." Okay. The harlot, collector. Let's talk for a collector. This man draped in filthy, tattered brown robes, a long hood concealing most of his face from view. Greetings. You see his eyes narrow beneath his hood and he takes a step back. What do you want? What are you doing? Looking for some damn bodies is what I'm trying to do, but you'd think the dead powers had packed up in their kip and left for the plains. The way people are staying healthy, you know. There's a sudden gleam in his eye. We had a pox last month. It was a glorious time. His bodies stinking to high heavens and plenty of jink to be had too. Why are you looking for bodies? You look surprised. Well, you haul the blighters to the mortuary. There you talk to the dusties, haggle a little and get a few bits of jink. Why do the dustmen buy bodies? They gather the dead. It's their job. They pay us to cover more than an area and bring any bodies we find that and to make sure that the blighter's body goes to its proper place or gets cremated. They're all serious about it. The balmy philosophy. It just means more jink for me. He winks. What's this place? He frowns. You're in the hive, of course. Daddy's bit of all sigil. Where you from, Cutter? From the Primus thing? Got some questions. He raises an eyebrow. I have something for ye. Like, what did you want to know and how badly did you want to know it? What do you mean? Ground, you Cutter. We're never going to jink to go lighten up all the dark for nothing. Take a bit of coin. Go on. What's the chant? You've got nothing and you'll answer my questions. Don't know nothing, Basher, and I suggest you look for answers somewhere else. Never mind. Feck off. Let's talk to the damsel in distress. You see a pretty young woman. Her hair is in disarray and the bodice of her dress is torn. She looks about in desperation and then notices you. Greetings. She runs up and grabs your arm. You notice the front of her dress is stained with blood. Help me, Cutter, please. They're killing my sister. She begins to toe in your arm. Who? She looks around wildly. The drunken men who followed us from one of the taverns. We thought meant no harm. Please, Cutter, there's no more time. Help us. Wait, first you said they were killing your sister, now you say he's killing her. Which is it? She stares at you, unsure of what to say. I'm distraught. I made a mistake. She glances at the blood that stains her dress. Please help me cut her. Examine the blood on her dress. You glance down at her dress and look at the blood. Although it does appear to be real, it's completely dried. It must be hours old. The blood is hours old. What are you up to? You see her eyes flick to the bloodstains and then back to you. You think you're mistaken. Cutter, please help me. My sister lies dying while we tarry. You're up to something. Tell me what's going on or I'll kill you. She looks into your eyes and then glances at the scars that cover your body. She swallows nervously and you see her pale before your eyes. I'm supposed to lure people into an alley nearby. They're waiting there to take a drink. She looks at you apprehensively. Let me give you some advice. She gazes at you in silence and then nods her head. Don't pick someone like me as your mark. Choose some drunken fop who looks like he's never seen a battle in his life. She nods once curtly. Make sure he looks like he has more than a couple of coins to his name. Then get out of here. She nods curtly and then backs away from you. She hesitates for a moment and then turns to leave. Thank you, Cutter. She sprints off. Mourns for trees. Ash-covered tree looks like it's suffered greatly since being transplanted here. You see a tired-looking, sorrowful old man who's gazing at an ash-dead tree in front of him, mumbling to himself and tapping his chin, as if trying to figure something out. Occasionally he shakes his head sadly. Greetings. He seems momentarily startled as you interrupt his train of thought. He speaks in a calm, unhurried tone, but one full of sadness. Oh, greetings to you too, friend. How does this day find you? It finds me well. He smiles, but sorrow still lies in his eyes. That's good, friend. I hope your good fortune continues. He seems about to turn back to the tree. And how does this day find you? He shrugs slightly and proffers a bit of a smile. Fortune finds me well, though I'm saddened just the same. Why is that? He pats the tree beside him. It's the trees here in the hive. They're dying, friend, and no one cares. Seeing the look on your face, he holds his hands up as if to silence you for a moment. It may not matter to some, but it's important to me. I feel it's a shame to see the last tatters of life and beauty in this world left uncared for to die. Can you understand that, friend? Yes, you're right. It is a sad thing. He seems surprised and blurts out, Really? Oh, I mean wonderful. Perhaps you would... He pauses and seems suddenly suspicious. He recomposes himself, speaking in his usual slow manner. In any case, I suppose you have some questions for me. No? Not just yet. What was it you were going to ask? For the first time, the man seems genuinely happy. Beaming, he explains. It's difficult for anything to survive here. Just look around you and see what I mean, friend. I'm not sure if it's possible for the trees to thrive here, even if they somehow were good to get enough light and clean water. Go on. He nods enthusiastically. But if enough people care, really want them to live, I just know there's a life. They'll turn green again and flourish. You could be right. I am right, I'm certain of it. A sense of conviction surrounds him like an aura. It seems so unlike the man you first spoke to. That's all I'd ask of you, friend. Just care for them. Hope for their recovery in time. Should enough people want it, it'll come to pass. Can you do that for me, friend? Yeah, I'll help. Excellent. My friend, excellent. Thank you. You've given me back my confidence, my purpose. Perhaps I can find others like you who will listen. Perhaps it'll make a difference. What about your companions, friend? Would you speak to them on my behalf? What do you think? Oh, yeah, Chief, sure, whatever you say. I'm serious, Mort. Can you make the effort? Mort looks at you for a while, suddenly then nods. Yeah, I can. If it's that important to you, I'll do it. Thanks. I had some questions, Mons. He nods, awaiting your questions. Who are you? I'm called Mourns for trees by the people here, friend. Well, the tree's dying. Just look at your surroundings, friend. Can you imagine anything having an easy life here? And besides the wretched conditions, the Davos rarely come into this part of the sigil. The Davos? You know Davos, surely you've seen them. They're the latest servants. They care for the city, some parts of it, more than others, of course. He looks sadly at the side tree beside him. Oh, excuse me. Why don't they come here often? The hive's a dangerous place, but that's not it. The Davos have the lady watching over them, and no one's foolish enough to tangle with her. I suppose it's really all on account of Fel. Who's Fel? Fel is, well, friend, let's just say, as They say that he's shunned by his fellows and lives here, alone in the hive. He runs a tattoo parlour, but most of Sigil is wary of the place. Tell me about this tattoo parlour. Fell's tattoo parlour is only a few buildings east of here. It's marked with his personal symbol, a white oval pierced by a lightning bolt. Never been there myself. But as I understand it, he's able to turn images from his speech, you know. Davos speaking images. Yes, Rebus's? Yes, go on. He nods. So he's somehow able to turn the images from his speech into tattoos. Not just ordinary inkings either. I'm told there's magic about them, more than just in their making. I don't know how much else about it, though. So what about the places that to be wary of? Well, for instance, he turned from the lady. Many people think it's just a matter of time before her shadow falls upon him. No one wants to be about when and if that happens, I'm sure. Don't have any idea of how it came to be shunned? Like I said, friend, I'm not too sure. I've only heard vague rumours about them being on the wrong side of the issue. When some power decided to butt heads with the lady, you could always try and ask him, friend. I'm told he's friendly enough. If not a little odd. Some power? A deity, friend, a god. Normally the lady has no problems with the likes of them, as she keeps their lot out of Sigil entirely. His name was Eoska, but I don't know much else about the affair. His name was? The man nods gravely. As I understood it, the lady destroyed him. I wouldn't forget that. If you were to ever consider messing about with her or her servants. What's to be wary of about Fell's parlour? Bum. Other questions? Looking for a man named Ferrod. Sorry, friend, when I first came here I spoke to many people, but I don't remember anyone by that name. Looking for a journalist. Can't recall seeing anyone. Do you remember seeing having it, friend? Not sure. Can't say. Farewell.
Have you got the kid?
Angry hive dweller, starved dog, barking thug. Let's pause, go on the map. This is the painted door to tenement of thugs. Don't think we need to go in there just yet. This is Phil's tattoo parlour. Harlot collector Marisi.
Step right up, come see the burning man, trying to put him out. Buy him a drink, he's thirsty, he's on fire, he's a red hot, come on in.
You see a young woman dressed in tight leather bodice and leggings. She smells faintly of cheap perfume, and her face, though pretty, is painted with garish makeup. She smiles coyly as she sees you. See, some company, love? No, but I had some questions. Sorry, love, don't stand here to answer questions. A passerby. Sure you wouldn't like a company? No, okay. Hive tent. Drunk harlot. Hive dweller, black and bashy. Much as the creature's body is a combination of man and ram, his head is a mix of sorts. A broad flat nose, goat ears, and a pair of curling horns. Intricate designs are shaped into his dirty pelt. A massive four-flanged polearm hangs from his belt harness. He doesn't seem to notice you. Greetings. He turns to face you. Startling speed. His eyes dark and suspicious of you. His voice is a deep and rumbling, not quite human, and heavily accented. What do you want, two legs? His hand is close to his polearm. I need to speak with you. I have some questions. He seems to calm down. His hand drops away from his weapon. He still keeps a certain distance from you, however. What do you wish to ask me? Why are you so wary of me? He seems sad for a moment. This place, a wretched, unclean place, is full of unfriendly, sometimes desperate people. Not the best place for a visiting barrio. Two legs, he shrugs. I have business here, though. And here I am. Visiting? You do not live here? The barrier shakes his head, laughing. No, no, Two Legs. No barrier can live like this. Where are you from? From the plains of Yescard, Two Legs. They are my home. He smiles in fond recollection. Is it warmed by the memory? What sort of business are we here for? Another time, Two Legs. If we ever meet in a happier place, I shall tell you all about it. I'll ask you about something else. Do you know someone named Ferrod? I know a few people here, Two Legs. This Ferrod is not one of them. A friend of yours? I don't really know. Is your journal? Have you seen one, or do you know where I might find one? He shakes his head. No, Two Legs, nothing like that. Alright, farewell. Well, it was nice to see somebody weird like that. Okay, let's pause and map screen. Smouldering Corpse Bar and the southwestern Kuptra's warehouse. Let's go into a bar. Oh, we've got somebody new here. Let's quick save and talk to Jelly. You see a thin man with stained clothes, a hooked nose, two stubby horns jutting out from his forehead. He's stumbling about and muttering to himself. Stinks of brine, vomit, and cheap wine. Greetings. Man squints blearily at you. What is it? What do you want? Never mind. Sorry to bother you. Okay.
Damn. Did you see that? Hurt.
10 damage?
I'm gone.
I need to use...
Damn it! What's up? Damn it!
Mort, kill him.
I'm gone. Yeah? Huh? Damn it!
Critical missing.
Done.
That's pretty good.
All right.
Okay, what does this clutch charm do for me again? Yeah. I'm gonna have to use another.
Come on!
Save.
See the burning man! He's on the spit! You'll love it! You, sir, come on in!
I'm gone.
Hello, somebody called Drusilla. This is a woman with fading bruises on her face and arms and a look of despairing longing in her sunken eyes. She might have been pretty once, but those days were long ago. She turns slowly to face you, life pours into her features, and the spark of sardonic light that dances in her eyes now makes you wonder if your eyes were deceiving you. Welcome to the Smouldering Corpse, Scarred Man. Who are you? I'm Drusilla, and you must be clueless. Don't ask me how I know that, it just shines off you. Clueless? I think not. She smirks at you and her bruises seem almost to fade. Whatever you say, dearie. Whatever, answer some questions for me. Hi, traveller, what is it you seek? Looking for a journal. Do you happen to have seen it? A journal? Oh, sure, I kept an eye out for all stray journals, just in case a scarred man walks into my favourite bar and starts asking me about it. That's that of everyone you meet. Fascinating life. You have a smart mouth on you, don't you? Nice, smart mouth for a smart head. I ain't the adult cove, you might think, sod. Got a brain on me. If you're smart, you should be able to answer my questions. my traveller? What do you seek? Tell me about this place. Here, this is the smouldering corpse. Though the person smouldering ain't dead yet, keeps himself alive till someone comes along to help him out. Sods like to see people in pain come here. Friends like it. Folks who don't much care for being bothered to come here too. Name alone keeps most of that at the Berks. Who is he underway?
Updated my journal.
You suppose her on her face before flits across it again like a black-winged shadow before she masters herself. It's Ignis, one of the greatest wizards ever to come out of his slummy excuse for a cesspool. They caught him and then they opened a channel to the plane of fire through him. Now he's just a doorway for it, keeping himself alive by force of will alone. Someone could just douse him for a few moments, it'd give him his life back again, but they don't make enough water to do that. Someone should be able to find something. Oh well, can you answer some? What's your connection to him? My voice practically throbs with the deep ache. I was Ignis's lover, and he, my beloved. He loved the flame more than he loved me, and now he's become the flame, and because I love him, I love the flame. But it's all done now. Now I just wait for him to douse himself. I sell what little I have just so I can be near him. Very well, answer some other questions. I'm looking for a collector by the name of Ferrod. Have you seen him or heard of him? Ferrod, he's the collector king. You'll probably find him in the stinking ilk in the trash warrens on the far side of the hive. Good luck getting any answers from him. It's a sly devil he is. I understand. Farewell. Hello, Ebb Creek Knees. You see a slightly stooped old man with a full grey beard and a lion's mane of grey hair. He wears a couple of shoulder guards and armour, and he keeps a helmet nearby. He smokes a pipe and carries a pouch of tobacco around his waist. He looks pretty strong, but he's a little plump and also appears to have some sort of breathing trouble. Well now, aren't you a sight, lad? Never have I seen so many scars blanketing a fella. Like a scar cloak you're wearing. Where you been hanging out with a grain thresher? He laughs. I'm just jesting with you, Dad. No offence meant. I hope no offence taken. I'm Ebb. He extends his hand. Greetings, Ebb. His handshake is firm. Now I hereby tender my apologies for the unfair jesting, lad, but no hard feelings. Can I buy you a tankard or two with something smooth any ruffled feathers? Why not? That's the spirit. Lad, bide a moment. He rises to his feet and heads to the bar. After a moment he returns to his seat with a pair of tankards. There you go, lad. Drink up. He takes a massive swallow from his own tankard and puffs on his pipe and says, What can old Ebb do for you on this fine sigil day? Some questions about this place. Oh well, I gather that just to look at you. I mean, you don't look like you're from around these parts, lad. You look a little too out of sorts to be a seasoned native. Ebb chuckles, then takes another drink. So what can I help you with, lad? You need to know the lay of the land? Ebb winks. Who are you? Ebb Creek Knees, third measure of the harmonium. Now retired and being a tout with one's voice since I don't step as lightly as I might these past 2 or 3 decades. He chuckles. Now, lad, who be you and what trouble might you be in? Third measure of harmonium? Ebb puffs up slightly in pride and gets a semi-stern look on his face. Aye, third measure of the harmonium. He relaxes a little, though I haven't served a tour of duty in many a decade. Bushing a quill wasn't quite up my alley after all the fights and skirmishes I've been in, so I just bide my time keeping tabs on things down the end, in the hive, and helping out a little where I can. You look like someone who might need a hand. You in some kind of trouble, lad? What fights and skirmishes have you been in? Ebb rolls his eyes. More than I can remember, lad. Well, almost more than I can remember, lestwise. I did an all too long tour in the Blood War, an infernal muck-up war of lies on terrace, far too many years in the Black Centuries War. Ebb begins to tick off the wars on his fingers and counts silently to himself. Then there was the Three Plains War and many others. I even took part in the Harmonium War of Liberation. Oh, towards the end there, I was also in the Sigil City Watch. Some could argue that was the most dangerous of them all. Some could argue... He asked loudly. I mentioned the Blood War. Feels like a cold dagger slipping into your heart. Tell me more of the Blood War. Ebb sighs, oblivious to your reaction. Aye, the Blood War, most dangerous family feud at the side of the primordial soup. A mean-spirited mob of fiends on one side and a bunch of warmonger fiends on the other side. It's the war that creation sparked. They've been digging into each other ever since. 2 sets of fiends warring against each other. Aye, the Tenari, vicious killers who care for none but themselves, and the Beta Zoo war machine. All for law and order under their infernal rules. The whole mess spills out into other planes from time to time, and it's made the multiverse less pleasant a place to be in. And some other questions. Now, lad, what do you want to know? Do you know someone named Ferrod? Farad. Ed frowns, takes a pipe from his mouth. Now, lad, what do you want wanting in Berg like Farad? I think he stole some of my belongings. Oh, no doubt, lad, no doubt. Ed grumbles, chewing on his pipe. Chain everything up around here. Around that grasping little spider. He should have been one of the first that faded the way anything not chained down slips into his parlour. Don't give me a yard or I'll take a leaguer. What do you know about him? Well, I don't know everything there is to know about him, Alfarod, but I know some of the dark surrounding him. If you're determined to track down that spider and nail him to a wall, then I suppose I could spill some of the chant, so you know what you're tangling with. He pauses to tamp his pipe. Farad dug his nest deep into Ragpicker's Square not too long ago. Got a bunch of collectors and gangs together and started with what one could almost consider a collecting faction, be that as I may. Where can I find him? Well, lad, if you're looking for Farad, which I would say was a pretty balmy of you, you're a little off the beaten path. You want to be finding Ragpicker's Square. Chance that Farad set up his kip is somewhere in the square. Even an old fellow like me who's been around the ring a few times don't know exactly where. I figure that Farad wants to keep the dark on his location. Dark. And if you're all bound and determined to find Farad, go to Ragpicker's Square and try and dig up Farad's location from some of the locals. Try and be careful about it, since there's plenty in the square that would make gut hop out of you as soon as look at you. Other questions? What other places can you recommend? Well, it puffs his pipe. This is perhaps the best kip you could have wandered into from the start. Judging by your tattoos, you might be partial to having designs on your body. In which case there's a tattoo cell on a little spire from here. You want to stay away from the alley of dangerous angles if you can. Ignis torched that place not long ago, and ever since a bunch of bad bloods have set up their kip in that stretch of the desert. Other questions? Missing a journal? Missing a journal. Was there more to the journal than just pages and words? Otherwise I can't imagine too many bloods who would bother themselves with letters unless it was really hot and spicy. Not much use for books and learning around here. I don't know where you might find such a thing. There are puffs on his pipe. Then he snaps his fingers. But you know, lad, if Farad is the one who scraped you off the Sigil Street, then he might know the dark of where your stuff is. It's most likely in his larder, if you ask me. Dead man is usually no position to keep his possessions when the collectors tumble across his body. Tell me what other questions? What is this place? A smouldering corpse bar, not a pretty place as some, but it's got its own homespun kind of charm. Tell me about the patrons here. We got O, who claims to be a letter instead of a person, some mercy killers waiting around for a criminal pair of Abishai on furlough from the Blood War. You get the Zarai over there who's been watching you from afar. Not too unusual, mind you, they're period cutters. And LA down there, clueless kid whose britches seem to be a bit too tight. You get my meaning. Wanting information on the planes, talk to the Kandrian Illborn over there. He knows more than most. Who's the smouldering corpse there? What's good to drink here? Well, not some say I've got better all discrimination when it comes to drink, but I've got drinks I'm partial to and some vintages which I'm not. Actually, one of my favourite little things to get here is some Arborean fire seeds. You swill them in your mouth and a little wire and some spit and some alcohol and you can breathe a little fire when you need to. That's how it feels. Farewell. Alas, you see a trim, muscular man dressed in clothing that's comparatively drab and mundane compared to most of the outfits you've seen in the city. He carries himself with an air of supercilious arrogance. He looks dramatically out of place here. What do you want? He asks. Who are you? I'm, alas, warrior of some renown. Surely you've heard of me. No. Can it truly be that none in this town have heard of me or my exploits? Alas, I shall have to prove myself all over again. And here I thought my fame had spread across the world. What world are you from? I come from the city of Aliban on the River Tame. Surely you've heard of its glories and wonders. No matter. This place has been nighted and ignorant when it comes to the splendours of true cities. I'm told that my land is what is called a prime by the denizens of this city. Though a prime of what, I don't know. How'd you get here? I was chasing my old foe, the villainous life-shade, Ter Tanel El. He pauses, waiting for acknowledgement, then continues. He conjured his demonic magic and opened himself a doorway, hurled himself through it. Before he could flee me entirely, I threw myself after him and found myself here. I get it, you're one of the clueless. He bristles, reddening, and his hand clutches convulsively around the hilt of his sword. Clueless, is it? I take offence to your words, Sirrah, and bid you farewell in the hopes that we should never cross paths again. He turns away from you, still flushed with his pride and rage. I just wanted to ask you some questions. He sighs heavily and eyes you with disdain. Then be on with it, guard one, and ask and be done. Looking for a journal. Have you seen one recently? Journal? Where would I have seen that? When I am new to this place, how would you expect me to remember a journal? Not only you insulting and offensive, it appears you are stupid as well. Let's call it on the even on the insults now, shall we? Call it even, not until you apologise, villain. He looks as if he's just spoiling for a fight. Or shall I provoke you more? Very well, then I apologise. Then I suppose as a point of honour, I must accept your apology. Very well, in return I offer my apology as well. Let us set the matter aside and speak of it, no more of it. Very well, can you answer me some more questions? What knowledge do you seek? Have you heard of a collector named Farad? Farad, collector? These are names and terms unfamiliar with me. Goodbye. Massicular patron, smouldering corpse patron, Decaton. Okay, I'm going to call this an episode. Okay. I was going to call this an episode, but we've been approached. You see someone dressed as a female dustman with a half-empty glass in her right hand. As you near her, she calls out to you, you over here. You notice there's something wrong about her. Your exposure to the dustman leads you to believe she's just too lively to be a real member of the faction. Approach her. Hey, cut up, buy a lady a drink? Not really a dustman, are you? She looks around nervously and seems to sober right up. Why do you say that? You don't act like a dusty and you're not offering contracts. In fact, you're taking money instead of giving it out for that corpse labour. Do it in mortuary. She stifles a squeak of terror and hastens to explain. No, I'm not a dustman. I just found these robes on the street and I didn't have enough money to get good clothing. I heard there was a little dustman thief around. But you could probably find him somewhere in the southwestern part of the hive. I saw him, but I hid from him. Please don't hurt me. I'm not planning on it. You ought to know that you're not pulling off too well. Now, answer some questions. What do you want to know? Who are you? Oops, what is this place? Forget it. Who are you? Yeah, look, I like to drink here, and she does her train of thought momentarily. I'm just a person, you know? Answer something else for me then. Tell me about their patrons. Just people, I don't deal much with people as they buy me a drink. She looks at you hopefully. Let's see, give me some answers. Where's the burning corpse? It's not a corpse, it's a crazy wizard. Ask around, I'll tell you the story. Oh, farewell. Okay. Well, let's call that an episode. Next time I will talk to some of the others around here, but my word, this is hell on my throat. Luckily I have some nice icy cold water. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, please subscribe. If not, do not worry about it. Thank you again, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.